Blockbusters. You are listening to the Triple B Podcast. Let's fucking go.
Welcome to a new episode of the Triple B Podcast, Bourbon Belts and Blockbusters. I'm Tim.
I'm not. I'm Ryan.
Yes, he is. And this is the show where we talk about some bourbon, we talk about some wrestling, and we talk about some blockbusters. Let's get into the action. It is my cocktail of the week, and I chose the Belvedere. The Belvedere is a simple cocktail. We wanted to use the Fitz. Lock it up over there.
Oh, sorry. I just got lost in it. I was really feeling it.
We used the old Fitzgerald in this cocktail. It's a very simple cocktail.
Not to be confused with the old Fitzpatrick.
Yes, the old Fitzpatrick. We'll get right to that. But yeah, no, this is simple. All we used is a 1.5 ounce of the bourbon, the old Fitzgerald. We used an ounce of the Campari and an ounce of sweet vermouth. You stir that all together, strain that over ice, and garnish it with the orange little twist.
Now, in the business, it is typically the go-to to stirry with your finger. You will notice on our socials that Tim did not do that. He used a stirring spoon. Like a bitch.
So use your fingers out there. Let's give it a try.
You can even sometimes use 2 if she's okay with it. Cheers.
Cheers. It's refreshing.
That's fucking terrible. Just joking. No, that's fucking good. That's a really good drink. I really like that.
Really good. The 3 ingredients just blend together so well.
And
the Campari does add that little bitterness to the very end of the drink. You don't taste it right away. It just hits you right as the taste is leaving your mouth. But other than that, it's so good.
Yeah, this might be one of the best cocktails that we've done in terms of minimal ingredients, but the minimal ingredients each have distinct flavors, but these all mix so well together that I feel like it really does bring out the flavor of the bourbon too.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and that's what I was looking for, a very simple cocktail, because we did the whiskey and water, the bourbon water cocktail, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to do that one again, but how can I highlight this bourbon?
Yeah.
Because we think it's the best one we've had on the show, right?
Yes,
to date. So that's what my goal was, and I think I accomplished that with this cocktail.
Too. And I just want to point out, like, the fucking, I don't know how well it'll pick up on the camera, but the color of this cocktail is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it is.
It is beautiful. Just like, it's like an orangey, I don't know, man. It kind of looks like orange Jello.
Yeah,
honestly,
coppery orange.
I love it. It looks beautiful. It tastes fantastic.
What are you gonna give it?
9. I'm gonna go with a 9.
9.
Doing a 9.
I'm giving it a 10.
Okay.
I'm really enjoying it. It's I
think for me it's still a step below like the mint julep.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? The julep is, I think, for me the chef's kiss of a cocktail, and but it's just damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with that 10. I really am enjoying this. It's gonna be a easy sip on throughout the show.
Absolutely. That's my social turn. It's my turn.
Yes, it is.
It's mine. I get to talk. Not that I know I don't do enough of that on here. We got our socials. We are at Trip B Pod on Instagram, X, YouTube, and TikTok, Spotify, Apple, Amazon Podcast, Triple B Podcast, Bourbon Belts and Blockbusters. And we have our Gmail spot. You can hit us up, shoot us some info, some questions, some bourbon, some wrestling, some whatever ideas, stuff you guys want us to talk about, questions you want answered, anything like that. Hit us up at triplebpod619@gmail.com.
That brings us over to our bourbon talking points of the show, and we got the fact check. This is my turn, and we do got some things, but not a lot of things. So we've been doing pretty well for this one. Yeah, we got like 8, but it's really quick ones. So in the bourbon section, I think this is the first fact check in a bourbon section, but I called the old Fitzgerald. As we were closing out that segment, the Fitzpatrick, and it is not the old Fitzpatrick, it is the old Fitzgerald. Had the name right through most of that segment, but called it the Fitzpatrick towards the end there. In the socials, I said you can shoot us ideas for bourbon questions of the week
Nice.
and belts questions of the week. We do not do bourbon questions of the week, and so fact checking myself twice in a section that we never really have to fact check.
Yeah, seriously.
So just blubbed over my words last week. Just wanted to confirm Sheamus did debut in 2009. I was right about that when we were talking about that. Now this one, I listed a couple things because you brought up, we were talking about the show The Girlfriend with Robin Wright and how you're talking about how their relationship was like, there was like
there's like
name
a
for
syndrome or something.
Yeah, so I looked up some things. Is it the Oedipus complex?
Yes. Explain what that is real quick, just so I can make sure. That sounds right, though. Did you?
I did a little digging, and it's pretty much just like the mother-son really crossed the boundaries, and then you start looking for in your relationships, like to find someone to be just like your mom, kind of thing.
Yeah. That's what I had, and that's what I was thinking of, where it kind of looked like it was blurring some of those lines.
Yeah, and then there's codependency, there's enmeshment relationship, and I thought the Oedipus complex kind of fit. That's bill.
What I was thinking of.
Yeah,
Complex,
yeah,
not a syndrome.
Only Murders release nights. You said it comes out September 9th, and then you thought it was coming out every Friday. From everything I read, it's still going to be on Tuesday nights that it's releasing.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was another show that I was thinking of that was releasing Fridays then.
Yeah, so they're doing the first 3 episodes on September 9th, and then every Tuesday from there on.
Cool.
Untamed was filmed, or its setting is in Yosemite Park.
Okay.
I think I said Yellowstone, maybe. I might have said Yosemite.
I think you said both because you couldn't remember which one it was.
Thunderbolts Rotten Tomatoes score, just one. You said 87, 88. It was an 88.
Yeah.
And 93 viewer, fan score.
Yeah.
Galactus range of powers, limiting, like we were talking about how he can kind of use telekinesis powers, and thought maybe it had something to do with the ship. I didn't read anything about that, but possibly why he couldn't use the powers when he was on Earth was because as he gets more hungry to devour a planet, his powers start diminishing a little bit. So by the time he gets to Earth, he's probably at a very hungry point, and his powers could be a little weaker at that point.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting.
And then just MCU projects between now and Doomsday. Just confirming the only things that I see are Spider-Man and Wonder Man being the live-action things coming between now and then.
Yeah, because I would say there's what is it? What Wakanda?
The Eyes of Wakanda.
Yeah, Eyes of Wakanda, the animated show.
But I did read potentially Doctor Strange 3 might be coming out before, but I haven't even heard anything about it starting filming or anything. So I highly doubt that.
Yeah.
But Spider-Man, Wonder Man. And that's what I got for the fact check.
All right.
Pretty easy peasy.
Yeah, it's still on a pretty good track record here of keeping them fairly clean, not anything major.
Yeah. Wellness journey. It's our 1 year check-in. We started this 1 year. We had our first official weigh in and started this journey a year ago.
Yeah.
Where are you at, bud?
Yeah, man. I mean, all in all, just the whole year is a success. I mean, dropped almost 30 pounds. I did drop 30 pounds at one point, then I went up a little bit. I'm still working my way back down. But, yeah, I mean, just all around, feel good, been working out very consistently for now, weekly for the last year. Just watching, food intake and, been just, I think just a lot more aware of and just like cognizant of what I'm intaking, the exercises I'm doing, taking care of my body as well, like recovery things too. All within this last year, I also started seeing a naturopath and been taking vitamins, all sorts of stuff, working on just all sorts of different numbers and trying to move them all in the right direction. So 1 year reflection, I'd say everything's pretty damn good, and I'm looking forward to this next year.
Hell yeah, man.
That's the nice thing about a wellness journey. She don't stop.
You don't stop.
Even once we hit the goal, it ain't gonna stop. So it's just good. It helps, keep us accountable and keep us on point and whatnot. So weighed in today. Little disappointed just that it wasn't more. Just because I've worked my ass off now these last 2 weeks. And kind of was expecting a little bit more, but I also got to take in consideration I have been lifting heavier as well, so I'm sure I am building muscle again too.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's a little bit of a give and take there, but I worked out 7 times this week. I think I got 7 last week too.
Yeah, you're pretty high last week.
So at least the 14 times in the last 2 weeks now, averaging 1 a day, even though I've done, multiple days I've done 2 a day, right?
Yeah.
I'll go on a run in the morning and then I'll do a workout with Lindsay in the evening or whatever, stuff like that. So, that's just kind of where I'm at. I weighed in at 215 flat this morning, so dropped a little under a half pound from the last time we did it. But like I said, it's all just it's a journey. So it's a process, and my essentially 2 weeks, I'm still working back from that.
Yeah,
Hawaii and then backpacking. So
hey, a loss is a loss, though.
Yep.
You were consistent. And we've been consistent over this year.
Yes, that's the big thing.
You're not 30 pounds heavier right now.
Yeah.
So that's a win.
Yes,
that's
for
a huge
sure.
win.
Absolutely.
Same as you, man. This is the most consistent I've ever been.
Yeah.
And it's really helped me and what we did over the year, just texting each other, going, did you work out?
Yeah.
Essentially holding each other accountable. That's the word. And I feel good. I feel really good. People are noticing the drop in weight, and it's just been motivating, and I feel healthier, and it's just been incredible. I, like you, am a little disappointed by the scale. I did lose, and we'll get to it here, but I was going a little extra hard just because I knew the year was coming up, and I had the light at the end of the tunnel, was hoping to get to that goal, and I definitely saw on the scale it was going down, and then today it was a little more up, and I was just like, oh man, but it's still loss in general, and I'm down, more than 40 pounds, so that's all in all a win. So my official weigh-in was 215.4.
Oh, yeah.
So close to what you got, for a total of a loss of 3.4 pounds from the last weigh-in, and a total of 47.5 pounds for the whole year.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
It's been a lot of work. Been listening to the body, though.
Yeah, dude.
We've been going slow and steady.
You're going to be over 50 pounds off when we hit that goal.
Yeah. And we're going to hit that goal.
Oh, yeah, we're getting there.
We're getting there.
We're getting there, and we're getting our belts.
Yes, we
doing
are. That workout we did together. So fun little fact. We have never worked out together.
Yeah, we've never done a workout together
in this past year until this past Wednesday.
Shot Tim a text. And I was like, "Hey, I had an idea. I have like for the most part, it's like a full home gym set up in my garage, and so I was like, yo." Come over one of the days this week and let's do a workout together, because we've been doing this for almost a year and we've never worked out together once. Like, we hold each other accountable in different ways, but we've never actually worked out together. So
yeah, dude, I had a blast, but my body's feeling that workout still.
Doing the free weights workouts is a little different than doing machines.
Oh,
for sure.
So props to you, and I thought it was a really fun one to do, and great
it was
stuff.
fun. It was good. It was a new one. I hadn't done that one before. I had just made it the day before, and I ended up doing yoga that day instead, because I was just like, I'm gonna give my body a break. Lindsay kind of did the same thing.
Yeah,
and so I was like, I'm gonna test out the new one on Timmy.
It was a good one. I was
a burner.
feeling it, and I'm still parts of my body are very sore still.
Yeah.
So, cheers to us, man.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
1 year, and we're
1 year.
still kicking. And that brings us to
belts.
Let's
Nailed
get to it.
Let's do it.
Ryan, what do you want to talk about?
You know, I'm talking about Raw this week. Got a few things. First off, I enjoyed the opening. I enjoyed the opening segment with Jay and then Paul Heyman. I really want to just point out, I really liked Jay's retort back.
Yeah.
I thought this was, again, it was just another little bit of a glimpse into how good Jay can be on the mic. Because we don't get that all the time with Jay.
No, we don't.
And so it was nice. But him saying that him breaking off from the bloodline and from the family wasn't about anything to do with like Roman or Jimmy or any of it. It was to straight up prove it to himself that he could do it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a really good and strong point. And then I just loved the finish. No, we gonna run this shit back.
Yep.
And he does it again. That was awesome because I just thought it was a great play into how he went to do that, like he always does now, because the fans still probably the most over motherfucker in the goddamn company.
Yeah.
With the theme song at least, and like the fans want it, and Paul Heyman cut it off, right? So then he went back at Paul, shut him the hell up, and dropped the shit word on live TV, which is always fun, and then got to redo the thing. And there was no attacks. There was no nothing. It was just what it was. And I thought it was a little refreshing given the amount of...
There was a lot of shitting on the show.
Yeah. Yes. So...
I know we talk about how good Heyman is, but the way he just plays to the crowd and shuts them down so quickly
Nobody does
is
it
just
better.
so good. He does it so well. He's like, no, my name is Heyman, not Boo. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
And then, again, this is Heyman trying to pitch a stupid idea again, this time to Jay, but he's like, I was liking where he was going. He's like, family lies and everything, but then he kept calling himself Jay's family as well. I'm like, well, then you're saying you lie too.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you're not selling yourself here if that's what you're trying to do. But no, I did really like this. This is another strong promo by Jay, just showing he can go on the mic as well as get us all hyped up in the ring. So all around, great guy.
Yeah. Next talking point. I had to just point out the AJ Styles and the Kabuki Warriors against Dom and Judgment Day, I guess, right?
Yeah.
The Kyrie Sane double jump off of AJ to the outside of the ring was fucking sick.
Yeah, it
There's
was.
so many things that can go wrong there. and they pulled it off beautifully and turned it into a perfect crossbody to the outside. Like, I just thought it was super cool, and it was a very innovative, like, triple team move, right? Because Asuka's holding the ropes down, Kairi runs off the ropes, and AJ throws her up and out. I thought it was a cool move, and all in all, I enjoyed that match. I thought it was pretty solid.
I wasn't sold on the pairing of like having the Kabuki Warriors go against Judgment Day. I thought this would be a good time to play
Charlotte.
Royal Bliss.
Yeah. I had the same exact thought when it started. I was like, why is he? I was like, because all I saw initially, because I was doing something in the kitchen and I kind of peeked around and I saw AJ and I knew Judgment Day was out, and I was like, it's gonna be AJ and Charlotte and Alexa. I was like, oh, that'll be a good match. Yeah. And I came back around right when the match started, and I was like, Kabuki Warriors. This doesn't make any fucking sense. Yeah. But it still ended up being a good match.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, wasn't sold on the pairing, but then it ended up being a solid match. So it saved itself. Plus, it does start building up some other tag teams behind Royal Bliss after this feud is over. Yeah. Now we got Kabuki Warriors in the line. So I do like that part of it.
Next talking point was the LWO match. I thought the LWO match was a great match. Again, Judgment Day, right? I thought it was again, it's another just kind of like continuing to prop up another team that they've kind of looked over, right? In I mean, almost the entirety of the time we've been doing this show, they've been looking over the LWO. Yeah. And so I thought it was cool to to let them win that match last week or 2 weeks ago or whenever it was, and then move on to getting to actually fight for the titles on Raw here. And they put on a really good match. It was like a really good showing for them. Kind of, again, like you said, it's continuing to prop up other teams in this division, right? Which is, especially on Raw, is very, very, very needed. The hip toss lion salt double team move was absolutely fucking dope.
It's so good.
It was so cool. And then the coast to coast. Goddamn, JD is good, dude.
He really
JD is It's great when two of the members of Judgment Day are probably the two best sellers in the business, and that's JD and Liv. Yeah. Right? Like, JD taking that, like, he sat up into it to make sure that contact was made. Like he straight up let him kick him in the face to make this look awesome, and he did it, like, to the point where the ref dove to check on him to make sure he was good.
Exactly.
Man, dude, it was. I just thought it was a good match all around. It was a great showing. I think it was still the right move to have Judgment Day retain here, as long as they continue to do stuff. And it seems to me like they are seeming to really push JD and Finn as a tag team.
Yes.
And if that's the case, I'm good with it, as long as we're not then going to get this, oh, now Finn's going to insert himself somehow into the world title picture while being the tag champion that we continue to get with a lot of these situations.
Yeah. I mean, that was our problem last year, was when they were tag and he was doing anything but defending the titles.
Yeah,
they ended up defending it one time.
Yeah. It's like, if you're going to go this route, then sell out into it. Let's do it. Let's go full blown. Don't leave anything.
Yeah. No, I'm really liking this rendition. The match was great. And then we get two El Grande Americanos. We get different variations. We're going to have a battle royal of El Grande Americanos by the end of this whole spiel. Like, get 20 of them in the ring and find out which one is the real El Grande.
Was that? Did you send me the Megazord thing?
Yeah.
And in that it said Pete Dunne. Was that Pete Dunne?
Yeah.
Was it? Okay. I honestly didn't even have a guess. I was just like, who the fuck is this? Because it's obviously not Chad Gable, and that's clearly not fucking Ludwig. So I was like, who the fuck? But now when I read that, I was like, oh shit, yeah, it kind of did have the nose of Pete Dunne.
I love how Cole is definitely like, that's not the same guy. And then the color commentator is always like, what are you talking about? This is El Grande Americano.
It's great because Ludwig being a part of this makes it so much more comical. Yeah. Because he's German, first off, very heavily German too. Yeah. Like, there's no hiding the German accent. And then he is also just stature-wise way bigger, or taller at least, than both Chad Gable and Pete Dunne.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
pretending to be the same person. It's so funny.
And the mask doesn't even fit him
It's
right.
like it's like all the Santas in Jingle All the Way, and then
Yeah.
Big Show comes out in Santa.
So true.
Oh, man. All right, my final talking point, and I'm rocking the shirt for it. And I hate ending on a less than positive note here, but I am liking everything about Roman and Jay and what we are deeming the Seth writers less and less every week. It's just like there was nothing about what happened on Raw for me that was like, oh yeah, this made me more excited for the match at SummerSlam. It's just at this point, it almost to me just feels like a fucking filler match at SummerSlam. Like, what are the stakes here?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Nothing.
There's no stakes. I can't imagine you're going to have Roman lose in his first PLE match back since WrestleMania after losing at WrestleMania. So I can only imagine that they're going to win. And so it's like, what is this doing?
Yeah.
It's not doing anything. Seth's not involved. And that's why I go back to a couple weeks ago when Roman first returned. The timing just didn't seem right because Seth isn't there.
Yeah.
Seth is not involved in this. Seth has nothing to do with it now. So the whole Seth's group feels weird. It doesn't, even if he's injured, why is he not there?
Yeah.
That's the part I think that, like, at least be the voice.
Yeah.
Be there. You are the brains behind all of this. Like, be there and still be Seth. Even if you can't do the physical shit, still be Seth.
Yeah.
Because that would help prop the show up.
Yeah.
But right now, it just feels like Braun are out to they're just swimming with sharks right now.
Yeah.
And I don't think they can hold their own right now in this scenario.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like,
I agree and disagree. Like last week, I thought they did a great job getting Braun a little more talking on the mic and trying to step up to
I know, but it just
Roman.
doesn't
But then
feel-
this week, I would agree. Like it just felt like it was a step back. I get the significance of it, but when he stole the shoes, that just took me out of the moment. Like
I know.
I don't know why it did. It was just
weird.
It was weird.
It was a weird
Like,
thing to do.
Yeah, they just beat him down. That's all it needed to end on.
Nope.
But then he like grabbed the shoes.
Took
and I
his
was like,
Jordans.
I was like, okay, all right.
Why?
I get the significance, but it was just kind of dumb.
And then they fucking pointed it out
yeah,
last night on SmackDown when they were doing like the,
it's
like
bad
the
if you have to
overview
go
of
back
SummerSlam.
and tell you why he did it.
Yeah, like a bully on the playground. It's just like, oh my God, man.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
agree.
I'm over the entirety of everything that has to do with the bloodline.
Yeah,
So I'm just like, let's let these motherfuckers cook on their own now. Like
Yeah.
it happened. It happened for 4 years and it was beautiful. Again, like I said last week, it was arguably the greatest storyline ever told in the history of wrestling. Let's move on.
yeah,
Let's move on and create some new shit.
yeah.
What about you, man? What do you got?
Going over to SmackDown. I'm just going to get the bad one out of the way. The MFT cage segment. Like, the cage is not a moment, like, because you have to have so much help to put the cage down. And that part took me out of it.
Yeah, and why was the cage above the ring on SmackDown?
Because,
Oh, they're hyping up the cage match. No, that's fucking stupid.
yeah. I felt like they were trying to recreate, it was like a Hell in a Cell moment back when it was the first blood between Kane and Stone Cold, and they had that come down on Raw, and felt like they were trying a little bit to recreate that, but with the cage, and it just didn't feel right. It took the surprise away, obviously, because you could see the holes in the ring.
Well, here's
during
your
the match.
Here's your first problem with that scenario. They're trying to recreate something that Kane and Stone Cold pulled off.
Yeah.
You're not recreating that.
Yeah.
Come on, especially not with Solo Sikoa involved.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No.
He is nowhere. He is in the basement of levels compared to those two.
Yeah. But I will say, Tala Tonga looks like the real deal.
Yeah.
They gave him a really cool entrance and everything. I like his theme song. Made him look good. Big Jim took another loss here and everything, unfortunately.
Doing my dog dirty.
But Tala Tonga was a bright spot in that whole thing. But the whole cage match segment wasn't really sold on that at all.
Yeah. No, it was weird.
Yeah. And I'm over the bloodline.
Yep.
Over them. So let's just get it over with. All right. Julia and Zelina. I thought this match was fantastic.
It fucking cooked. It was such a good fucking match.
I was not very hyped for the rematch, and we've talked about it previously, but this was Zelina's best match, in my opinion.
Yeah, hands down.
Julia and her...
I don't know if she has a match that is even close to this.
No.
And there were some mishaps here. She almost fucking killed Julia in the final moments of that match.
Yeah.
But other than that, the match was great. It was really good. I mean, when you had the fans chanting, "This is awesome," when Zelina Vega's involved, shit's going well.
Yeah. The match went really good. I thought this was a great first title defense for Julia, and hopefully leads to more great feud down the road.
Since she's held the title for over a month now.
It was 3 weeks, 3.5, maybe a month.
Either way, that's way too fucking long to go without having a title defense.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Watched SmackDown last night. I forgot she was the champion.
He
I
forgot last week.
I was like, who the fuck's the women's US? And he's like, Julia. I was like, oh fuck, that's right. No wonder I forgot. I haven't fucking done anything with her. But it was, to be positive about it, it was a great match. It was a great title defense. And it was the right move with Julia retaining.
Yes.
If they would have had Zelina win that, I'd been like, all right, well, the women's US title's a joke. So,
Yep.
But this was a step in the right direction towards reestablishing its Chelsea Green level of relevancy.
Yes, exactly. Next up, Aleister Black versus Damian Priest. Got a few topics to talk on this. Again, this match was really good. It was stiff. They were hitting each other very hard.
They were beating the shit out of each other.
It ended in DQ, but I'm okay with this one because it fully turned Aleister Black heel. I know he's been leaning that way in this Damian Priest feud, but last night was the definitive I'm a bad guy and everything, and it feels right for his character. And so I'm really sold on that. The other point I want to talk about is, has there been a bigger downfall of Damian Priest ever since moving to SmackDown? Is just
trajectory is just
his trajectory is crash landing. He's had some good feuds and everything with Drew McIntyre and stuff. Great matches in there, but he does not feel big anymore.
No, not at all.
And then where the hell is R-Truth? He gets let go.
Yeah.
Fans want him.
Yeah.
We get him for brief seconds and then he's gone. So it's just what's going on?
Yeah.
But going back to the Black and Priest, it was, like I said, it was a brutal match. It was hard hitting, but I'm liking the trajectory. Looks like we're going to get another kind of street fight, something big between the two, and I'm all here
Should have
for
just
that.
added it to SummerSlam Sunday along with the other 4 no disqualification matches.
That's true. So true. And then lastly, what the hell? John Cena's face now? Is that what we're going with here? I'm good with it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the heel run was working very well.
Yeah.
The shocking moment at the beginning was great.
Yeah.
There was some good spots between now and then, and maybe they just said, we're gonna end in a high note before he goes, and that's it. Or do we think there's something brewing within this? Is there something that's gonna happen at SummerSlam? I don't know.
I have a couple thoughts.
But holy hell, I was not expecting that last night. And it just kind of...
Same.
It was shocking. It threw me for a loop. and it happened on SmackDown, the go-home show.
Yeah.
So it's definitely got my intrigue to Sunday night.
For sure. I wrote, I don't know what to think of Cena. I said, is he actually face again, or is this just another heel tactic? I was like, I don't know, but I also saw a video that was like a theory as to a fan theory, what they thought would happen at SummerSlam, and it was like Cena goes for like Cena hits like a attitude adjustment, like off the top rope. Mm-hmm. There goes for the pin, like is able to just limp over for the pin. Cody kicks out, but then both dudes are down. The Rock's music hits. He comes out. Cena goes for, I'm assuming at some point the ref would have to be knocked down. Oh no, there's a street fight. Never mind, street fight. So it doesn't matter.
Don't need to worry about that.
So like the Rock's music hits, he comes out. Cena goes for like a hug on the Rock to make everybody be like, fuck, this was all just a fucking tactic. Mm-hmm. Right? And then the rock bottom Cena shakes Cody's hand. Everybody thinks Cody sells out to the Rock. The Rock, I'm trying to remember exactly how it went. Something along the lines of like, then the Rock low blows Cody. Seth's music hits, and Seth comes out and cashes in.
What the fuck?
And I was like, what the fuck? Because then I kind of have the weirdness of like The Rock and Cody hating each other, but then all of a sudden the Raw Netflix debut, you had The Rock like call Cody out and like give him love.
Yeah.
In which everyone was like, what?
Yeah.
That was weird, right?
Yeah.
And we really haven't seen The Rock since then. Mm-hmm. I don't think.
We saw him.
Did we see him again?
NXT.
That was the night after, though. That was the next night after the Raw debut.
And then
Wasn't that it?
There was one more. Well, we saw him at Elimination Chamber. No, you're kidding. Yeah, right after. Yeah, no, I don't know.
No, we did.
So,
we saw him when Cena turned heel.
Elimination Chamber, and then we never saw him again.
Yeah. So Elimination Chamber was when he turned heel.
No, there was the announcement that we're getting all out of whack. There was
Elimination Chamber was when Cena turned heel because he won, right?
Yeah,
he won,
yeah.
and then Cody came out.
Yeah,
and then that was when The Rock came out and everything.
Yeah,
because that was when Cody gave the "go fuck yourself." Yeah. Okay, we're back.
Took us a while,
but yeah, still, it was. I'm just like this whole Cena thing. I'm like, now like Sunday could go anywhere. I don't know. We could. This could be where Cody turns heel. We could get Cody turning heel here. He could actually sell out. Have nothing to do with Seth. He could actually sell out to The Rock. We could have maybe The Rock comes out and they both turn on The Rock, and this is like what solidifies the face of Cody and Cena.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's so many possibilities. I don't know.
Or John Cena's just a face, and Cody and them go to war tonight or a Sunday night.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it was just interesting.
Yeah.
It was definitely a choice to do that right before SummerSlam, and
yeah,
I'm here for the ride. It was wild, and
it's interesting.
Again, the crowd just hangs on every word Cena says.
They were all for it.
They booed him.
And then they fucking lost their minds because they're like, "Oh my God, he's back!"
It was wild. It was a wild opening, and I liked it.
It was somewhat not to the same level, but it was somewhat reminiscent of "I need the old Stone Cold" type of. And then when Stone Cold, it was like, "Oh, he's back," type of thing. Right?
Yeah, it was just wild, and I'm very excited for SummerSlam.
Yeah, same.
Banger of the week. Ryan, what do you got?
I said either way it goes, I went with the Cena face turn.
Okay.
With as many of the very solid matches and stuff and cool moments there were, I thought this was one of the biggest pops that Cena's gotten since he's been back. And this was, I think it felt like a moment.
Yeah,
definitely. So.
I kept waiting for something to happen.
I know, like Cody got the beers, and I was like, "Is he gonna fucking stun? Like, is he gonna hit Cena with the
when
stunner?"
He was at the entrance, I was like, "Is Cody coming back out and attacking?"
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was just wild, and I
Yeah.
just kept waiting for something more.
It was wild.
Very good segment. I went with an NXT match this week. It was Wesley versus Javon Evans. The match was killer. And it was crazy because you had the coast to coast to JD on Raw. Javon Evans goes up to do a coast to coast, but he like flips and gets across the ring. He does a flipping coast to coast and nails the guy.
A front flip, I'm assuming?
Yeah, front flip and hit Wesley in the corner.
What the fuck?
It was wild. The match was
It's not that impressive. He should have done a shooting star press coast to coast.
just head to head.
No. Fully over rotate and still hit the drop kick. I want full rotation into a drop kick. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be fucking crazy.
That would be insane. But
Be
the
a lot
match,
safer.
yeah.
A backflip is a safer move than a front flip. It just is. You can see where you're going.
Tell that to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 19.
Well, maybe when you're pushing 300 pounds, you shouldn't be doing flips in general. But
Fair.
that's,
Neither here nor now.
yeah.
If you haven't seen it, go watch Wesley versus Javon Evans from NXT. It was an awesome match. Belts, question of the week. You posed
Shit.
this question.
I sure did. I posed it. Actually, I tried to pose it last week, but Tim said we had too much, so I had to kick it to this
It
week.
was almost a 2-hour episode.
Yeah, so I said, and part of this was just with like the announcement of the Dudleys and the Hardys at Bound for Glory and all the 6-man tag match or the 6-team TLC tag match now in tow for this weekend. And just, I feel like there's a lot of good tagged stuff going on around the world of wrestling. So I just wanted to throw it out. What tag team champions of all time do you think had the most dominant, fearsome, and commanding presence during entrance, promos, and matches?
I went with the Acolytes.
Ooh.
The Acolytes from the ministry. The APA. They were a dominating tag team all around. You got Bradshaw, Farouk, but when they were in the ministry, it just had that complete presence. They were fully on into the group, and I thought that they fit this billing really well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're definitely one of those teams that were like
Just
right
hard
up
hitting in the ring, and didn't need to say a lot, if anything.
For sure.
But got their point across.
Yeah, they were one of the teams that was up there on my list as well for this question. But they are not the team I went with.
Okay.
The team I went with, and what the primary thing that caused me to ask this question, because I had my answer as I was asking the question, was I saw a video. It was somewhere around like the Invasion years. I don't know if it was actually during the Invasion storyline necessarily, but it was in that general time frame. I think it was a 10-man tag match. I did a handful of those around that time, but it was like the Hardys had just come out and they were standing at the end of the ramp waiting for two of their tag team partners to make their entrance. And you just have Kane's music start to play, and then the flames hit and it goes into keep rolling. And I was just like, fucking Brothers of Destruction, man.
Yeah.
The name. Brothers of Destruction, the way they were the tag champions at that time, and they're walking to the ring with the belts, and just the way they're carrying the belts, there was just something about like the aura that they just carried. Like, it wasn't on their shoulders, it wasn't around the waist, they weren't holding it by they were holding it by the tail, like just holding it by the tail, and it was just essentially just like kind of letting them drag. Like, they're just like, yeah, we're the champs, but that doesn't mean nothing. Our real title is just absolutely destroying people type of thing. You know, like
Yeah.
that's what it felt like. And I just think back to, like, you want to talk about like with very little words, like Kane didn't fucking talk for the longest time, really. You know, The
Yeah.
Undertaker has always just been one of the most menacing characters ever,
Yeah.
even badass, dead man, whatever you want to fucking, any of them.
Yeah.
And then you just think of how many moments we got in like main event segments or whatever against countless different groups of people where The Undertaker and Kane just fucking came in and cleared house, just absolutely fucking cleared house. So I was just like,
That's
fucking
true.
Brothers of Destruction, man. They're one of my favorite tag teams of all time.
I liked when they won the WCW tag titles too, and then they like clipped them together and had them draped over their shoulders. That was,
Yeah.
I like that. But no, that's a great team.
Yeah.
Fits that bill very, very
Yes.
well.
both our answers
Yeah.
were very solid for that.
And they kind of have a tie together. Ministry of Darkness,
Yeah.
Undertaker. you
For
know,
sure.
So there it is. That brings us to
Blockbusters.
Crisp.
Crispy. We like them crispy. All right, first up, we got four movies to talk about this week.
No shows.
We haven't. That has been a long time since we've done just movies. 4 movies to talk about this week. 2 from you, 2 from me, and I'm starting it off. We got Train Dreams. The synopsis for this is the film is the moving portrait of Robert Grenier, a logger and railroad worker who leads a life of unexpected depth and beauty in the rapidly changing America in the early 20th century. The cast of this is Joel Edgerton, William H. Macy, and Felicity Jones. It will release November 21st of this year on Netflix. What'd you think of the trailer?
Thought it was beautifully shot. Like
Beautiful.
it's
Absolutely.
just beautifully done, and it seems like we're getting a lot more period pieces.
Yeah.
Recently, and I'm here for it. I was not a huge fan of them, but it's growing on me. And then watching Fantastic Four really just was like, I mean, obviously it's completely different genre, but it's just like I got my interest into these period pieces a little more. Really like the actors in this. Seeing William H. Macy and then Joel Edgerton in this, I'm really excited for this one.
Yeah, same. I don't know. I just like. I mean, you said pretty much exactly what I was going to say. Was just the beauty within this trailer was, and this is a different type of movie than things that we have typically covered on the show as well. But I don't know. It just there was something about it that just really kind of gripped me, and I was like, all right, I'm putting this on because I just thought it was really I thought it was really cool, and it's a movie I'm excited to watch.
Hell yeah, man!
Plus, I think it's one I might be able to get Lindsay and to watch as well.
I like the name. I like the name of it.
Yeah, Train Dreams.
And then I'm going to bring us
Fucking
right
Christ.
back into what we normally talk about.
There you are. Oh my lord.
Dude, this one looks crazy.
Oh my god.
Whistle. A misfit group of unwitting high school students stumble upon a cursed object, an ancient Aztec death whistle. They discover that blowing the whistle and the terrifying sound it emits will summon their future deaths to hunt them down. As the body count rises, the friends investigate the origins of the deadly artifact in a desperate effort to stop the horrifying chain of events that they have set in motion. Cast is Daphne Keane, Nick Frost, Sophie Nélisse, Michelle Fairley, and Ali Scoveby. Release
Something
date
like that.
is in 2026, and didn't have like an official date. Just said 2026, and it's coming out in theaters. What did you think of this trailer?
Oh, dude. You have a really weird fetish. You're into some fucked up shit, man, and I love it. But this movie looks creepy as all fuck. It just the whole thing where it just says that they discover that blowing the whistle and the terrifying sound it emits will summon their future deaths to hunt them down. So it's literally the dead them coming to kill them.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just wild. there's just a lot of really creepy fucking shots in this trailer, dude.
Yeah.
That I'm just like, oh my God, I had my butthole puckered from watching the trailer. I can't imagine what the actual movie is going to do.
I know.
There's, I think 3 movies on their way out right now. One actually I think just came out that have like made me actually uncomfortable watching the trailer. Mm-hmm. And it was Weapons, which is also the one I'm the most excited to see.
Next week.
Yep. Together. The fucking trailer for that is it's almost nauseating. Like it is.
Poster.
It's
too.
I know
everything.
Everything about it is just like, oh my God, man. And then now this one, I'm like watching this. I'm just like, what the fuck? Why? What are we doing?
I like the uncomfortable horror.
Yeah, you do.
It kind of gives me like It Follows vibes / scary stories to tell in the dark. It's really creepy looking, and I'm super excited for that.
Yeah.
Like, nice to see Daphne Keane again.
Yeah. And Nick Frost.
Yeah.
Mr. Hagrid himself.
Yup. I'm really excited for this one. Heard nothing about it and just saw this trailer pop up, and it was like, oh yes, I'm here for this.
Yes. And before anyone gets confused or comes at me, Nick Frost is playing Hagrid in the upcoming reboot on HBO Max of the show Harry Potter.
Yes.
I know Nick Frost did not play Hagrid in the original movies.
If anyone knows, it's him.
Yeah, god damn it.
Ooh. Primitive War. Synopsis. Vietnam, 1968. A recon unit known as Vulture Squad is sent to an isolated jungle valley to uncover the fate of a missing Green Beret platoon. They soon discover they are not alone. An action-packed war film that pits battle-hardened soldiers against the greatest predators that ever walked the earth. This ain't no walk in the park. Cast is Tricia Helfer, Jeremy Piven, Ryan Quanten. Release date is August 21st, 2025, and it's coming out in theaters. What do you think of this one?
I'm intrigued for sure. But I'm also a bit nervous because, there's a reason why Jaws is like the most successful shark franchise.
Yeah.
And there hasn't been another shark movie that has ever lived up to the hype of Jaws. There hasn't been. Don't even try to say Meg or
Deep Blue Sea.
That didn't even come close to Jaws.
Was a pretty cool.
It was a cool movie.
It was pretty cool.
It was a cool movie. Don't get me wrong. I'm not
comparing this to Jurassic Park.
I used Deep Blue that one, Into the Blue. No, Deep Blue Sea. Thank you. I said this last time. I always get those two confused for some reason. They're completely different movies.
Like this is a completely different movie.
I wouldn't go that far.
These dinosaurs are more real looking than ever.
Well, that's just I feel like that's just they look just like the dinosaurs in fucking the most recent Jurassic World movie.
No, they do not.
They look exactly the same.
I disagree.
I'm just worried. I'm worried about their I just feel like leave the dinosaurs to the Jurassic Park franchise. Maybe Godzilla, if you want to consider Godzilla a dinosaur. I don't know what he's actually considered. He's like a mythological creature,
He's a monster.
But still, I don't know. I'm hoping it's going to be awesome. I'm hoping it's going to be good. But Jeremy Piven's in it, so I feel like there's a real high chance that it's going to be somewhat cheap looking.
Yeah, I mean,
haven't seen a whole lot of
this
great Jeremy Piven things other than Old School.
The trailer was solid. Great.
The Goods is really funny.
Okay.
But that doesn't go in our favor for this one.
This isn't a funny movie.
Fair enough.
Thanks, man.
You're
supposed to be on my side, damn it.
Jeremy Piven plays some form of military personnel in this movie.
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
Fighting against dinosaurs.
I'm just saying the trailer was badass.
I did like the song.
This movie can go one of two ways. It's
Yeah.
going to be
That's-
really awesome, or it's going to be
absolute
Sharknado.
shit. Yeah, exactly.
So-
or Piranha 3D.
Yeah. So
You know?
I understand that. I wasn't supposed to be this like masterpiece, but it could go either way.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for it because even if it is cheesy as hell, it looks like a fun movie. So
Yeah. And I will give credit where credit is due in the sense of this is the first dinosaur movie in this like respect, I guess. I'm not talking like Land of the Lost or anything like that. I'm talking like in a action, like kind of thrillery, freaky with the dinosaurs type vibe. I think that we've ever gotten that's not a Jurassic Park movie of some form, right?
I never saw the movie, but there was the movie 65 with Adam Driver in it. I know there was a T-Rex in that. I don't know if it was.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't call that specifically a dinosaur focused movie.
Yeah.
though.
It didn't
don't
look
think-
like it from the
yeah.
trailer. I never, like I said, never saw that
Yeah,
one.
I'm
So
pretty sure I watched that, but I'm having a hard time remembering it. Anyways, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, Eternity. The synopsis for this is: in an afterlife where souls have 1 week to decide where to spend eternity, Joan is faced with the impossible choice between the man she spent her life with and her first love, who died young and has waited decades for her to arrive. The cast of this is Miles Teller, Elizabeth Olsen, Callum Turner, and Divine Joy Randolph. It will be released in November of this year. I couldn't find an actual release date anywhere, but it's because it is still waiting to premiere at the Toronto Film Festival, the Toronto International Film Festival in, I think, September.
okay.
And then it will be released in theaters in the U.S. in November of this year. So
Nice.
they might be waiting. I feel like film festivals like that tend to be like where, like, oh, God damn it. Where like Warner Bros. And Sony and all of the, help me out, the fucking companies. Yeah. The production companies, I guess, is that where they like bid on them? Is it usually at those film festivals and where they're able
I
to
think so.
like bid for the rights
Yeah.
to distribute?
Yeah, I think so.
And it just seems like a quick turnaround for that to happen.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if the movie's fully made, whatever.
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's what I saw. It was November 2025. So
Trailer looks awesome. It looks like A24 meets The Good Place.
yeah, yeah, seriously. Yeah.
Definitely, like, I'm just like, oh, the premise is really cool. And I'm just like, damn, she got to choose between these two
Yeah.
characters, two husbands that
Yeah.
died, and makes for a good storytelling opportunity there. So
And,
I'm curious to see.
Again, and to a point, it's kind of a period piece in and of
yeah,
itself.
yeah,
Because
it felt like it for
like,
sure.
it is obviously like they die and go back to a younger version of themselves is what it seems is like, because there's like one point where they're talking about the husband that died young, then she was with this guy for like 60 years or something, right?
Yeah.
But then it's just like it's them actually them.
Yeah.
But all of their dress and stuff, like Miles Teller's hair in this is obviously
Yeah.
very old school.
Yes, for sure.
Very period piece style hair, and same with Elizabeth Olsen. So
Love the cast of this,
Yeah,
and
same.
it's again something not typically we cover on the show,
Yeah.
and from A24, so it should be
should be good.
should be a good one.
Don't see very much stuff from them that's not. So
Yeah.
Fred! Hell yeah.
Follow up, rumors, and early development.
I did this a little bit different
'Kay.
this time. Instead of doing different slides for everything, I just put it all on one and was like, what's the news?
Yeah,
What do we got?
we got quite a bit.
We do. We
We
got
got
quite
quite
a few
a bit
things.
on here. So, Meet the Parents. You talked about this a while back that we're getting a sequel to Little Fockers. Meet the Parents, Meet the
Yep.
Fockers. We got the next
Also
one.
talked about Ariana Grande joining the cast of this as well.
Yeah. But we got a title reveal. It's
Yes, we do.
Focker-in-Law.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for that. It's coming out next year, Thanksgiving time. So
Yep.
we still got a bit to wait for that, but super excited for that. We got some early development of a Donkey spinoff from the Shrek franchise. It should be coming out shortly after Shrek 5 comes out. So we got a spinoff of that, and Eddie Murphy is going to be in that as Donkey, obviously.
Yeah.
And
I'm interested to see like where they go, like at what time frame of the franchise is it going to pick up? Is it going to be like before Donkey met Shrek type of thing? We're going to see the origins of Donkey.
I'd
Or
be down for that.
I'd be down for that. Or are we going to get like a family
with the dragon.
with the dragon and the little dragonkies?
Dragonkies.
Patent pending.
Yeah. We also had a lot of follow-up trailers, official trailer releases this week, or second teasers. So I just want to get your thoughts on some of these, what you're most excited about. So we got The Lost Bus, which was Matthew McConaughey, Apple Plus movie. We got The Long Walk, which is Stephen King, and movie looked crazy from the first trailer we watched. Welcome to Derry, another Stephen King, and we got the second teaser for this coming out this October on Max, and then we got Conjuring Last Rites, the actual trailer for this. What'd you think of all these? What are you most excited for? Watching all of them, I'm leaning Conjuring Last Rites and Welcome to Derry, but also...
That's what you're most excited about?
Yeah, but also... The Lost Bus one, I just keep coming back to, and just really excited for that. So,
yeah, all four of these trailers were awesome. Welcome to Derry looks fucking. That's another one again where it's just like, what the fuck? It just makes you say that out loud.
Yeah,
you're just like watching it like Jesus Christ. Conjuring Last Rites. It's my favorite horror franchise outside of the Halloween franchise. I'm all here for that. The Lost Bus, this was the first I've seen of this.
We talked about a teaser on this before.
Did you do it maybe on an episode I was gone?
No, because I really remember talking to you about how you can relate to this, because you have a kid and you got students.
I'm drawing a blank, but
we talked about it.
All right. Regardless, this is the first trailer I've seen of this.
This is the
first actual trailer that came out.
Trailer.
Okay, so I didn't know that it was like, is this a true story? Like, did this type of thing actually happen when the Paradise Fires happened? I feel like it said it was based on true story, but I might have missed that. But regardless, it looks fucking intense as all hell. It gave me, it's like a Dante's Peak volcano kind of feel to it, right? It's that natural disaster type of thing where, people are just trying to survive, and in this case, it's a bus driver with a class full of kids and the teacher, and then shit obviously hits the fan, and now them all together, he's trying to get up to save his son.
What a choice to make.
Yeah, like, no shit.
Going to save a class full before your own kid. And, and it feels like there's that turmoil in the beginning in the trailer itself.
But the one that I'm the most excited for, and it might be surprising to you, but I think it is The Long Walk. There's super something about this concept. I never read the book, but there's just something about this concept that is like the most unnerving of all of the stuff that we've covered so far.
Yeah.
And it's just because like what's happening. There's nothing hiding.
Yeah.
It's you guys are walking. If you go below 3 miles an hour, you get shot, or for a certain amount of time. Yeah. You get killed, and you are walking until there's one left, and it's like you have this whole however many hundred or whatever it is of them out walking, and they're all are all buddy at the beginning, but it's just going to turn into some shit.
Yeah. I thought what was cool about the two trailers now that we've had for this, we had the teaser trailer. The first one just kind of makes you uncomfortable. It was unnerving. It was just, it looked brutal. This one, the trailer that that just came out, it gives you more emotional ties where you're seeing, this is what I'm gonna do with this.
Yeah.
So, like it's like now you're getting emotionally invested in all the characters, and only one is potentially surviving this whole thing, and so that's just crazy. So it's awesome.
We have that one quote that I think, to me at least, stuck out the most in it. It was the one kid. He said, "I don't have a whole lot to lose, but I got everything to gain."
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yep.
fuck, because you know what the stakes here are, right?
Yeah.
So like saying, I don't have a lot to lose. Like, dude, if you don't win this, that means you're dead.
Yeah.
That seems like a lot to lose, but to have that mentality going into this, like, that kid's been through some shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Welcome to Derry. I just love the premise of this. It's just each season is going to go further back into the origin of this and everything. So I like how that's coming across, but a lot of good things coming out. I know we talk about a lot of things, but having all of these trailers come at once was a pretty fun week to watch these things.
for sure.
Next up, Spider-Man Brand New Day tease of the costume. And we actually got another reveal today, I believe, or it came out last night.
Yeah, I think it was yesterday.
But we get the full look at the new suit, and to me, it looks like it's a blend between Tobey's.
Wasn't a full view of the actual suit.
They
was it?
came. I mean,
They put out a full. All
Tom
I saw was
Holland-
a little teaser.
Tom Holland goes through, it like kind of shows his silhouette, and then he comes out. He's like, "Let's get back to it," and it shows him in the costume.
I'm gonna have to go watch that. I saw a different one. I thought it was the same thing. So
Well,
all I
I think
saw was
the
just
link
like the
I
close up.
The link
I just saw like the close up where it was like really close, and you just saw like parts of it.
Yeah,
I didn't see the full thing.
So that's what I posted, and then another video came out of Tom Holland in full suit minus the mask, and was like, "Let's get back to it," and you get to see the whole suit, and to me, he looks like a blend between Andrew Garfield, and Tobey.
Post that one too, you son of a bitch.
Just came out,
Fucking asshole. God damn it.
but I'm really excited. Yes, I love Spider-Man a suit,
Yeah,
and
dude.
just the
then-
suit looks awesome. I wasn't a huge fan of Holland's suit. Like, I know he went through a lot of variations. They're cool, but I like Tobey's a lot. I liked Andrew Garfield, and this one is like a blend of the two. So
Sweet.
I'm excited.
I like that. I added a little tag onto this because on top of the Spider-Man Brand New Day
Digs.
costume tease, we also got it like officially confirmed that Mark Ruffalo is returning as the Hulk in this. Michael Mando is returning as Scorpion in this, where we got like the brief cameo in Homecoming of Peter Parker arresting him or catching him or whatever, and then the mid-credits scene with him talking to Adrian Toomes, Michael Keaton's Vulture, in prison, and the Punisher are all confirmed in this. Now I saw another theory about this, because there is a comic book where Professor Hulk ends up getting turned back. It's Mr. Negative. So Mr. Negative essentially gets Professor Hulk turned back into Savage Hulk. And then it ends up being like the Punisher, Daredevil, and Spider-Man have to fight against the Hulk to get him to essentially try to get him back. But the theory here was because the fan base all around kind of has been really wanting Savage Hulk back in the MCU, because it's just a much more interesting character than Smart Hulk. Right?
Yeah.
And so that's essentially the theory, is that this movie might be pitting that all together. And there was something else about one of the things that we got from very just preliminary info about Spider-Man Brand New Day that made people think that Mr. Negative was going to be one of the villains. So some things could be adding up here.
I like it.
It'd be very interesting.
I'm so hyped for that movie.
Yeah, dude. And finally, as part of our new news here, we have Quiet Place Part 3 is official. We have a writer, we have a director, and we have a release date all announced for it. And to the delight of, I'm sure, everyone that is a fan of this franchise, John Krasinski is back as the writer and director of this. He wrote and directed both the first two. While he was an executive producer, he took a step back from writing and directing on Quiet Place Day One, which was like the spinoff with Lupita Nyong'o and fucking Joseph Quinn. Goddamn.
Yeah.
All I could think of was Johnny Storm. I was like, that's not his actual name. But this movie will be coming out July 29th, 2027. So a little under 2 years now. But yeah, that was exciting. This is, again, I love this franchise. I love all three movies so far. I think they're fantastic. And I just think the concept of the aliens take over, or invade, they are blind.
Yeah.
They only hunt off of hearing. So then the world has to adapt to being totally quiet.
It makes it so intense.
It does. Absolutely.
Watching these movies, you're like trying to be quiet too, and everyone is, and it's just so intense. I absolutely love this franchise, so very excited for that. Blockbuzzin is our special segment of the week, and we chose a doozy for this one.
Yes, we did.
Final Destination Bloodlines is freshly out for us to view, and why it's buzzing is because, it was a successful franchise, had 5 movies, and then went away for a while and came back in all its glory. So,
Spoiler alert.
what did you think of Final Destination Bloodlines?
I mean, it's a Final Destination movie. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And I think like that, probably the best compliment you could give it is just the fact that it really held up to, I think, especially the first 2 movies. And there were so many callbacks to some of the kills in those first 2 movies
Absolutely.
here that I thought was really cool. It was really cool to pick up on some of those nuances. And I mean, there was like 3 different log trucks in this movie.
Yeah, I know.
I was just like, oh, they keep bringing it back. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just, I thought it ended up being quite a bit different than what I thought it was going to be based off like the trailer and everything. Like I totally thought it was going to be like following the gal from the premonition.
Yeah.
Right. But it ends up being that like, I liked how they did that with the premonition being the granddaughters keeps dreaming the premonition. Like, I thought it was a super cool just change up and way to do it totally different. So it wasn't the same thing.
Yeah.
And then just their ability to explain and detail everything throughout is always just so good because it's a puzzle, right? It really is. It's a live action murder puzzle. And them explaining it without like over explaining it, right? Like they're just doing it to where it feels super natural. You gotta love the Tony Todd nod in there, especially since I read that his cancer diagnosis was like he kept it hidden. And while I'm sure people knew, obviously he had health issues because he got so thin and pretty fragile looking there at the end. He was all pretty much essentially just requested like that the final lines that he said in that movie were ad-libbed. The director like let him just like, hey, give a goodbye to the fans.
Yeah.
And that's what that was. So I thought that was a really cool thing because he has been like, he kind of is the heart and soul of this franchise. And then for them to reconnect him back to the very beginning of all of this and whatnot, like that was pretty cool. So now, I mean, again, it is with all the good, there is also, it's a Final Destination movie. It's not going to probably be up for any awards or anything like that. Like it's not going to be a movie talked about in the tiers of the best movies of 2025 by any means. But if you're a fan of the Final Destination franchise like we are, this movie is, arguably top 3 of the 6.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I think it was really well done, and some very catchy off guard moments.
Yes,
For
there
sure.
Yes,
and
there was.
some ones that just brought it back out with some brutal fucking kills.
Yes,
So-
yes, they did. It's crazy how
They come up with so many new things every time.
I was like, this is the 6th movie, and then you thinking of different ways to kill off people.
Do you think they have somebody that just sits there and watches the old, was that 1,000 Ways to Die show or whatever
Yeah.
it was on Spike TV or whatever
Yeah.
it was, where it was just like the most absolute ridiculous ways that you could die. And there's like, let's go watch some episodes of that we haven't covered yet for the first 6 movies for when we do 7. And let's come up with some fucking wild things.
Yeah.
Like,
But just watching what I liked was that there was 2 scenes, like big premonition scenes almost, even though the barbecue scene was not a premonition, but
yeah.
but it was like a
But
big
the trailer
lead
did
up.
such a good job of making you think that was a
Yes.
premonition scene. And it's like, oh, that wasn't a premonition.
Yeah, but it was just like you had 2 of those moments where you're just like watching it all play out, and you're just on the edge of your seat. Oh my god, it's gonna happen! It's gonna happen! And then it was not what it seemed, and the barbecue scene was just crazy. Just every little nuance, you were just like, oh, that's gonna play into this, and then
Yep.
it didn't, but then ended up
Yeah, but then
playing
it did. Yeah.
was just insane.
Well, and then Eric's whole fucking character arc in this. Just finding out, like, them all thinking he's next. You get the tattoo shop scene where you're like, oh my god, he's, like, this is, and then he's alive, and you're like, what the fuck? And then it turns out that
He was adopted.
yeah,
or not adopted.
not adopted. He was
different
the
dad.
product of an affair.
Yeah.
And so he's not even in the bloodline, so he's safe,
Yep.
you think.
But
And-
not.
Yeah, so it was just like, oh my god.
Just
It's right when you think you can get a little comfortable, they then Game of Thrones your ass and kill somebody else.
Just very creative, very fun. It was fun to see the callbacks of this one, and just really enjoyed it. I will say, for the time we're in, some of the deaths were just like, could have looked a little better, like the graphics wise, but that's been this
Yeah.
whole series, I think.
Yeah.
So
Name
it
one,
didn't
name one specifically.
the garbage truck scene.
That's
That
the
was
one out.
totally practical effects.
Was it?
Yeah.
Because that one
They
looked.
did like a documentary after it released. And
Oh,
talking
did they?
about it. Yeah. Right as it closes, she releases a fake arm that goes flying, and it's crazy how they did it.
Oh.
Have to watch that because I felt like that one was one of the worst looking ones, just from graphic standpoint.
Maybe it was because it was practical effects, though. I don't know.
Ah.
Maybe we're so fucking just like watered down with CGI
It
nowadays
must
that
be, yeah.
practical effects now look like shit to us.
Damn it!
Fuck.
But anyways, fun movie. Highly recommend it if you're a fan of the other ones. It was a fun movie. For being about death.
I know
and-
we've already given out. There's a lot of spoilers that we've already said in this, so maybe throw a spoiler alert when you when you jump to the Blockbuzzin section. But I loved the towards the end when they're at the cabin and the mom saves the kid, and then he's like, "Go save your sister." He's like, "Mom, what about you?" And she's like, "I'll stay alive." Just gets fucking killed. Just gets fucking smashed. I'll stay alive as long. I was like, oh, saw that coming. But that was just. I love there's something about these franchises that has some comedic timing.
Oh yeah, for
Right,
sure.
like comedic timing in the most fucked up sense of it, but comedic timing nonetheless, and that is one of those where it is. Oh, or the very beginning premonition one,
Oh yeah.
the kid.
I was rooting for it.
I know, and you're like,
yes.
you're like, motherfucker, that kid just fucking, he's like, he just fucking lived, and then he comes running, and the piano. So I was like, yes,
And then
I've never rooted for a kid to die more before in my life.
100%. 100%.
I'm not gonna pull that line for the trailer. I just posted, I never rooted for a kid to die more. I'm a teacher. Probably wouldn't go over well. All right, Timmy.
Blockbusters question of the week. I pose this one. What actor or actress do you think plays the best villain on screen?
Dude, this was a fucking doozy of a question. Like this is, I think this is one of the best questions we've had in a while. So kudos to you. That was awesome. Because this is one of the ones that like I really had to think. I had to sit down and like full blown ponder some different names, and then I was like going into like research some of these names to see like what are the actual like villain characters they've played, so I can compare some.
Yeah.
And when I really broke down my answer here, it was easy to think of certain people because of the one or maybe two like absolutely like iconic villains that they've played. But I didn't go that route. I went with somebody else who, while they have played iconic villains, don't get me wrong, they've also just played a wide amount, a large scale of villains. And I went with Christopher Lee.
Okay.
He was Dracula in most of the Hammer Dracula films.
Yeah.
He played Lord Summerisle in The Wicker Man. He was Francisco Scaramanga in The Man with the Golden Gun. He was Saruman in Lord of the Rings, and he was Count Dooku in Star Wars.
That's a good one.
Like, I mean that's, and I'm sure that's just,
yeah.
the tip of the iceberg of this dude was a very villainous man,
Yeah. And he carries that aura.
Rest
on the
in
screen.
peace, obviously. But yeah, he was a phenomenal actor, and kind of goes down in history as at least in memory as some of the most just like your fucking hated people in cinema. You know, so that's and I mean there was. Depending on who you say, I'll list some of the others that I was like bouncing back and forth between. But I was like, because he was not on my original list either.
Yeah.
But that was like, I found this other list of like kind of covering this type of thing. And I was like, oh, fuck, that's right. He's so many good ones.
That's a good one.
There was a very close second that I almost said too, which somewhat might surprise you also. But what'd you go with, Tim?
Mine, and it's just mainly one role that just sticks out in my head so much, but then he's played a couple other villains as
You're
well.
saying Anthony Hopkins, aren't you?
No.
Oh, okay.
But that's a good one too.
I was like, Hannibal. Like, that was the one where I was like, fucking Hannibal, because you have Hannibal, and then you also have, was it Stuck or whatever, the car one.
Locked.
Yeah, Locked.
I think that's streaming. I want to watch that one.
Yeah, it is. It's streaming. Yeah.
I went with Mr. Jason Isaacs. AKA
Okay, yeah, Lucius Malfoy. Let's go.
But Mr. Colonel Tavington
Yep.
from The Patriot.
Yep.
And that's really the role that stuck out in my head.
Yeah, dude.
He was also Captain Hook in one of the Peter Pan movies.
Holy shit.
He just has that villainous looking face.
Yeah,
I want to punch him. But he's also been in roles where he's been a really good guy. But nothing ever really comes across like he's a villain in my eyes every time I see
That's a
him.
good one.
And
That's a good pull for sure.
The Patriot was where he became a villain to me, and then seeing him in the Harry Potter franchise, I was like, follow suit. It's fitting. He is a villain.
Absolutely. That's a good pull. I ended up finding when I was doing all my looking ups of things, I saw this article that went through like 20 or 22 like best villainous actors or whatever, and then it went through like some of the roles. Anthony Hopkins was not on the list,
Really?
which I was like, what the fuck? That's crazy to me. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Alan Rickman was number one, and I was like, okay, yeah, Hans Gruber, Snape. If he's like really
a good chunk of the franchise, you're thinking he's a villain.
He's really like the hero of the Harry Potter franchise. But anyway.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. If you don't know that, you can fuck yourself. Along with God damn it, I forget. Yeah, he played another villain in something. I forget what it was. But the other one that was my very close second, I think he was like 4 on this list or something, was Gary Oldman.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one too.
He's one of the villains in one of the Hannibal movies.
Yeah.
He played Dracula in the Bram Stoker's Dracula. I was like, God damn it. Hans Zimmer was the only thing coming to my mind, and I knew that wasn't right. He was... Fuck me, I'm going to forget all of them. There were like 7 things listed that I was like, oh yeah, that's right. So I was like, fucking Gary Oldman. But Christopher Lee, man.
Yeah.
That's where I went
That's
with it.
that's a solid one.
But I mean, Javier Bardem's on that list too. Like Helena Bonham Carter
Yeah.
is on that list.
yeah.
She's magnificent as well. There's it was a really good question. It was a fun one to come up with an answer for, because it just allowed me to research and think back onto a lot of different movie roles
you
and
hated.
people. Yeah, dude.
You were
for
just
sure.
like, die!
Yeah, seriously. I mean, this that
That
type
kid
of
in the Final Destination movie.
yeah, fuck. I also said I'd never rooted for a kid to die that much. That was a lie. Game of Thrones.
Yep.
Joffrey. I have never rooted for a child to die more than that little fucking piece of garbage. But that's what I love questions like this, because it really makes you think into the artistry of what went into that character.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, that's why like those actors and actresses are so fucking good at their jobs, because they literally make you hate them.
Yep.
Like King Joffrey made everyone that watched that show hate him.
Yep.
That's how good he was at that.
Yep.
You know, and like that's art. That's why
true
we
art.
that's why we do this show, man. That's part of the whole reason that we do this shit. So
Hell yeah, man.
brother man, 61 episode 61.
Bam. Moving
Cheers,
right
dog.
along.